How many of you out there are still not consistent as a day trader? And we're talking about futures because that's what I trade. And that's what this channel here was built around, was around the future market. So if you've fallen victim to that 90% group of individuals that, it's kind of like a seesaw effect. You're making money one week and the next week you're not. And I'm not talking about those that are in simulation or demoing right now. I'm talking about people who are actually trading with their own funds live. Okay. And maybe even, you're trading and you pass some prop firm evaluation and now you've got an account that you can actually trade with funds live with. So if that's you, leave a comment down below. I like to know, what is it that you feel like you're struggling with? What is it that you feel like you're not actually seeing? Like, how many people out there are who are part of this community? And maybe you're someone that's new watching. Again, fell victim to that 90% group, and they are kind of just on the borderline. Maybe you're break even. Maybe you're, kind of, there, but not all the way there. Because everybody has their own struggles when it comes to this business of trading. It's just like anything else. I mean, someone may see something and know something a little bit more than the next person, or spend a little bit more time and educating themselves, certain concepts. And that's anything in life, no matter the career or the job you're seeking out. Maybe you're someone that's in school right now in college and you're on that track or that path of pursuing a certain degree so you can get or land a good job or internship to get you a good job. But there's always going to be someone that we feel as if is better than us, and there always will be. But that's fine. It's just knowing who you are as a person and perfecting it and getting better and better and better. I mean, we're just all built differently, and everybody is just different. Okay, some of us just may love and have passion for trading, but we may be great at or better at doing other things. Doesn't mean that we're supposed to give up on our dream and becoming a part-time or even a full-time trader. But what I want to talk about today is, some things that you may want to be mindful of, and to not place you in that group, so you can kind of eliminate yourself from that group of traders that are within that 90% group. All right, you don't want to be there, So let's talk about some things that you may want to kind of avoid. All right, and some pointers that may help you out. This video here today is not going in detail about any trade setups. Even though I trade supply and demand, and I do talk about a strategy and how I trade it, which is very consistent and profitable at the same time, one that has allowed me to become profitable. So if you're interested in watching those videos, I got a ton of those on those videos already. Also, we have the Discord community where I post my trade entries. And if you're someone that wants to dive a little bit deeper and get the breakdowns of how I trade, meaning where I go in discussion about the trades that I've actually taken and talk about stop loss placement and target profit areas and just the strategy as a whole, from my mindset on certain trade setups, then maybe you want to think about becoming an elite member. And that link is down in the description portion of the video. It's only $6.99 a month. That's it. Okay. You gain access to my trade breakdowns, the video playlist, and some other content that I put out on the channel, that is for private access to those that are want to become elite members. And I'll be adding more videos as coming along in the future, but there are tons of trade breakdown videos already on there. So if you're interested in becoming an elite member, because people always ask, that link is down in the description portion of the video. Scroll down, click on it. It's right below the Discord link. And if you're interested in joining the Discord, it's free. But if you want to become an elite member to where you basically get the additional video content, again, the trade breakdowns, and you're supporting my efforts as a content creator, okay? I trade futures on the daily, primarily the NASDAQ. I was trading the ES, but, I kind of shifted and migrated over to the NASDAQ because it's just more movement, but that's pretty much what I trade is the equities or the indice markets. But outside of that, let me jump back over to what I was talking about, if you feel like you are in that group of the 90% that are failing, number one thing that I will recommend and say to you right now, stop chasing money and the idea of thinking that money is is everything in life, because it's not. All right. You got to have some sense of balance in your life. When I say that is meaning stop stressing yourself out, and especially when it comes to trading. All right. Of course, there's certain educational components that you need to learn. And I primarily talk about that here on this channel. And that number one thing is market structure. You got to be able to see and read the market. Once you master that, I've said that, market structure, price action, you're going to be 90% there. All right. You're going to be, ready to trade and be trying to figure out a strategy, if not already, that you can become successful in trading with. But don't, inundate and spend so much time, looking at the chart, spending hours upon hours. I mean, some of the most successful traders maybe trade an hour or 2 hours a day. You don't have to be in front of these charts all day long and be taking trades in and out, in and out, in and out. Yes, what I've seen is that a lot of beginner traders, and even intermediate traders, they feel the need of, oh, I'm making money, so let me do it again and again and again. But at some point, and I'm sure everybody out there is falling victim to this, you've been up where you're making great money, and then all of a sudden you take a bad trade and you lose it all because you don't know when, for one, to stop, and you just continuously pushing the envelope. I'm sure you've heard that in life. You continue pushing the envelope and you're going to get some kickback. All right. So while you're ahead, go ahead and cut it. Okay. Take profit and be done for the day so you can live to see another day. So, but again, money's not everything. You have to think about the things that are more important in life, the purpose of life, in a sense of, we have to be able to, kind of master something so we can be able to enjoy life, whether that be taking vacation, spending time with our family. Family's everything. That's to me, to me, that's the most important part of life. And I'm very thankful to that. And I'm thankful for my purpose in being here. I'm thankful for being able to make these videos so that to inspire other individuals like yourself that are watching these videos so that you can become successful and profitable as well. But, I can't sit here and preach, and I don't, I'm not a preacher or anything. I'm just sitting here saying, talk about enough to people, what it really takes to become a successful trader, because people are going to think what they want to think at the end of the day, and they're going to do what they want to do. So, but I'm here to tell you, money is not everything in life. Yes, we need it to survive, but you really have to understand that there is to have some balance in life, some equality in the sense of knowing what's more important and placing precedence over other things. And for me, family is very important over the aspect of money. Passion too, you have to have drive and motivation to be able to do something in life, whatever it is. And some people have, multiple things that really drive them in life. Okay. But outside of that, I'm going to move on to number 2 and just talk about, you have to also stop thinking that there's going to be instant success in this business. A lot of people think that, I have the capital, I'm going to start trading tomorrow, and then I'm going to become a millionaire overnight. No. I mean, if you have spent time in anything you've done in your life to get you to a point to where you're successful in doing something, it didn't happen overnight. It took steps to get there, whether it's building a business, finishing school and moving on to a higher degree level or of education, pursuing something in more of a professional realm. You took steps to get there. Same thing in this business here. There's no instant gratification in this business. The feeling of winning trades is great, all right? But you have to be able to, if you want to build an account, you have to do it in a slow pace, okay? And I'm telling you, the slow pace wins the race in a sense. What I'm trying to say is that you can slowly build up an account, and at the end you could constantly see your account size growing. All right, sitting here at the charts all day long and just thinking I'm going to stack up on taking trade after trade, and then you're going to blow your account eventually. And I've seen people blow their accounts. I've heard people about been up and then they blow a bunch of money in just a day or two. So take things slow and stop thinking that you're going to instantly become successful in this business. No one does. People who are successful, they'll tell you that they took steps in getting them to where they wanted to be at. And then once you build up a significant size account and you have capital, well, you have to think back to, okay, I've proven something to myself. I'm able to build this account up. Maybe I started with $1,000 and now I'm up, $50,000, whatever the case is, or we started with $5,000 and now you're up to $100,000. If you've done something like that and you start to see where you were at and you start to see your account size grow, tenfold or more, then you know you're on something and you're doing something correct. So Don't have this idea. And anyone watching this, if you think that you're going to become an overnight success, then you're fooling yourself. All right. I mean, let's be real. Seriously. Okay. Because that's what we deal with every day in life, is the reality of life and the things that we need to do so that we can each, basically we can succeed to see another day. And if you take a loss, whatever the case is in this business of trading, you stop while you're ahead, preserve your capital to be able to do it again tomorrow. So I want to say that to people out there that think that this is something that they can quickly get rich off of and become successful overnight. The third thing I like to say is that a lot of people get into this business, and it's fine if you want to. You figure out that this business is not for you. Okay, trading futures at that. But don't jump the ship so soon. I mean, and don't, you're at the end of the plank and you're ready to, jump overboard. And you're probably like 75% of the way there, or even 50% of the way there. That means you have studied enough, okay, and put time. Why would you want to be wasteful of all that time and energy you put into something, regardless of what it is? You have to see things through. Push and continue pushing yourself. Sometimes it's harder for others to understand that, versus other people. I mean, some people just naturally speaking, they put some effort in something and then they quit doing it and move on to the next thing. Well, you'll never be successful in doing that if you continue to spin the, wheel all the time. All you're going to do is find frustration in yourself or become frustrated with yourself, and then life becomes stressful. Again, it has to be some balance. You have to really understand who you are as a person and continue pushing yourself at the end of the day. All right. Everything in life, no matter the path you go down, we're going to bump into brick walls. It's just a matter how do we get over those brick walls or push through those barriers. Understand that. That's important. Okay. So don't give up and don't be so quick to want to jump overboard and call it quits. All right. And the last thing I really want to stress in this video today, start small. Okay. Again, going back to the whole concept and idea of taking steps. There's no race. You probably all, I'm using the analogy about the story about the rabbit or the hare and the turtle. Okay. All right. Slow and steady wins the race. Okay. Taking the right steps, going at a certain pace. There's no rush in doing this. Okay. Because when you do that, then you've come up with a plan that's going to work for you, and you systematically have tested it, and you got to the point to where you are slowly building up an account. I don't care if it's $100 a day. You're proving to yourself, and I highly recommend starting off with a smaller size, account. Don't go out and start dumping a bunch of money into an account, and you've only been 30 days in the trading, and then all of a sudden you blow that account. Okay, start off small. Prove to yourself with small amounts of money that are not going to affect you as a whole. All right. Why would you want to go out there and take $5,000 or $10,000 of your hard-earned money to where you were working somewhere and you built up, into savings, and you throw it into an account and you blow it within a week? That doesn't make any sense. It makes more sense to take a few $100, trade the micro, say for example, as let me test the water. Let me see. I've spent time doing this. I understand structure. I know how to read the markets. Let me choose a market that I want to actually trade. Let me put a plan together, a trading plan together. I have a strategy that seems to work because I back tested it. Now I'm going to take a little bit of money and I'm going to trade the micros to see if it works out for me. And if it doesn't, you didn't lose much. Okay. You put a little skin into the game, but you didn't lose much at all. All right. I'd rather lose $500 than lose $10,000. So start off small and work yourself up. Now, when you start flipping and start seeing, when you maybe put $500 in or $1,000 in, you start to see that money flipping and you start to build up account over a period of time. And that's when you know that you are doing it right. And then maybe you can graduate and say, either I want to stick with the micros, or I'm going to move over to the full-blown minis and take it up a notch. All right. So know who you are as a person. Take the time to systematically understand what it takes to become successful. And I know a lot of people are probably thinking, well, I really don't know what it takes to become successful. You do. You just have to dig deep and know, who you are as a person. I mean, everything else, as far as the educational component part of it, you can spend time watching videos here on this channel, or you can go somewhere else, whatever the case is, and learn. Information. The information is out there. It's at the reach of a finger click away. So spend some time. You're just gonna have to kind of weed through the grass sometimes, because everything out there is not going to, be for you. All right, because people are trying to sell things just to kind of help their bottom end in the sense of making money. But you got to first and foremost know who you are as a person, and then take the steps going forward. All right, trading is a lot easier than most people think. But again, I go back to the elementary components of trading, and that's understanding the ebbs and flows of the market, understanding structure, and just understanding, you know, a strategy in a sense. But you have to understand how the system works, and understand that as a retail traders, we are not the ones that make things happen in this business, in these markets. It's the institutions, and we have to understand who's the driving force, and try to stay or avoid the traps. Now, there's going to be times you're going to take trades that aren't going to work out, but like I always talk about, and I stress it in these videos that I've put out, eliminating the risk management is the key to making it in this business. I mean, seriously, having a great strategy and a trading plan, but risk management is also like probably third on the list, or probably second on the list, or whatever. But I'm just trying to tell you that properly understanding and knowing when to enter and when to get out so you can preserve your capital is extremely important in this business. So, but yeah, I don't want to see anybody fail, and you have to find ways so that you don't fall in that group. All right, eliminate yourself, avoid from being in that 90% group of traders that fail on a daily basis. All right, but it all lies within you. Okay, if you find out that you don't cut the mustard, and you find out, I really don't care about trading futures, maybe you want to move over and trade something else. But if you find out you're not just trading is not for you, all right, and that's nothing wrong with that, nothing at all. But if you're someone that's really passionate, and you're a year or 2 years, look, it took me 2 years to get to where I wanted to be. Some people it takes longer, some people take less. But if you have that fire on the inside of you, that drive, and don't think about it from the standpoint of, I want to get rich doing this. That's not the reason why we do this. The reason why we do this, I did this, and is because I always have been the type of person that this person can do this, or other people can do this too. I can do it just as well. And I just ultimately, I guess, naturally speaking, on the inside of me, my DNA, I've always wanted to have my own thing. I always wanted to have my own business in a sense. I always wanted to be an entrepreneur and a business owner. Okay, and I've done other things too. I just feel as if I wanted to be on my own path, and be my own man in a sense, and make things work the way I want it to work. But at the end of the day, yeah, I have to hold myself accountable in the sense of, if you take losses, and being able to manage my funds or my account and my trades, knowing that, okay, I took a small loss here, let me get out the trade, and that type thing. All right, it's a lot different than going to work week to week and knowing that you're going to get a check, and in a sense that nothing's being taken out of that check, maybe your benefits or something like that, but knowing that you're not losing money behind going to work in a sense. Hey, I went to work today, I worked 8 hours, and it took 4 hours from me. No, that's not how that works. You get your check. But this is different because it's very risky, and you can make a lot of money and you can lose a lot of money. But I think that's why a lot of people chase the idea of wanting to become a trader, because they feel as if the sky's the limit. And yes, it is. You can make great money, but you also have to, don't be fooled by the idea that you can lose a lot in this business too. So at the end of the day, it's not about winning the race and trying to make $10,000 a day. If you can make a few $100s a day, a lot of people aren't making that kind of money a day at their regular full paying job. So, and eventually you may find yourself to say, hey, I love doing this on a daily. I understand the risks that are involved. I understand I can lose money, but if I can control and have limits on how much money I lose a day, and I can prove to myself that I'm constantly positive and making money in this business, and to where my profits are a lot higher than my losses, then you're going to make it in the business. But it all comes down to how much you're willing to put into this business. I always talk about, you got to have skin in the game in doing this. Start off small and see where it goes from there. But I know that there are lots of people out there that can truly be successful in this business, because I've seen it time and time again. People come over to the Discord community, and if you're interested in joining the Discord, the link is down in the description, right above the link to become an elite member. The Discord is free, so it's just a group or community where we, as like-minded traders, come together, and people talk about, or traders talk about certain topics, And you don't have to trade the same strategy I do, you know, or trade similar to. I'm just here to tell you that there have been tons of traders. I shouldn't say tons, but lots of traders that have come over and they didn't even know anything about range charts, you know. All right, they start kind of playing around with the charts, okay, and start to see that range bars. Oh, I love trading range bars. I don't trade, never have traded time-based volume or tick. I've always traded range, and to me, it's just easier to the eye for me to see. But I always say that whatever works for you and has been working, stick with it. You don't have to come over to the community and trade the same strategy. But lots of people are interested in seeing what it's about, and they give it a go, and it works for them. We've had tons of people, shouldn't say tons, I should say lots, of individuals that have, for one, what I found is a lot of people are using prop firm to as a means of passing the challenges to, you know, become funded or make money, taking withdrawals. And then we do have people that trade their own funds. But basically what I'm trying to say is that they've come over and learned the strategy and have found a means of success for themselves. So, you know, I'm here to kind of share my own experience and information that I've gathered over the years. No sense of hoarding it, right? So I just believe the whole idea, if you understand something, share it with other people, because there are people trying to get ahead of in life just as well. And, you know, I commend especially those that come from the bottom and work their way to the top. Those are the people that really find much success in life, is because they don't have anything to lose, really. You know, you got a lot more to lose when you got a lot on the line, meaning, I don't know, you know, you get into this business and you have tons of money, and then you're risking tons of money at the same time, or you've got, you know, I don't know, just a lot at stake. You know, don't do that. Don't come into this business with that idea of that, oh, I have all these assets, I have all this money, and then I'm gonna start risking, you know, like how a lot of people do when they go to Vegas and they start gambling, you know. And a lot of people think that trading is gambling. It's not gambling, it's a business. You know, it's just, you got to understand, I don't want to say who your opponent is, even though the institutions are. It's our goal. It's like people playing basketball professionally or football. Yeah, you know who your opponent is, and you're kind of, you want to have plays that will fake them out in a sense. Well, that's what the institutions do. They want to fake you out. They want to take your money. And it's like playing a game of chess. We got to understand our opponent's moves so that we can counter their moves in a sense. But in this business, we don't really want to counter their moves to the sense that we're moving against them. We just want to outsmart them so we can trade with them, okay? And understand the moves that they're making, if that makes sense. So, but anyways, I don't want to keep rambling on. If you're trading today, is Friday. I wish everyone a safe and successful trading day as well as the weekend. And I'll see you over on the next video next week. Hopefully this video here has touched someone, has opened up someone's mind, has maybe helped someone that has that's a very irrational minded person, and yeah, I got the money, I want to go ahead next week and put it in my brokerage account. Slow your horses, take the steps, take baby steps to get you to where you want to be at. Test the waters first before you start losing a bunch of money. I've heard and I know people that have blown their accounts time and time again, and some of them are hanging on and some of them are just completely done with trading, okay? So don't be in that group of 90% or higher to where you just want to throw in the towel, okay? Have a great weekend, everyone. I'll see you in the next one. If you have not already clicked on that sub button, please take the time to click on the subscribe button. If you're a first-time viewer, spend some time watching the videos here on the channel. Maybe you want to become an elite member. Again, that link is down in the description portion of the video. It's only $6.99 a month. Thank you for everyone that supports my efforts as a content creator who is an elite member. I know you guys have found value in those type videos, and that's why I make those videos that break down trades so that you can grasp an understanding of my thought process behind it. Go ahead, click on the sub button now. Make sure to turn your post notifications on. As well, if you found value in today's video, please drop a like on the video. I'll see you in the next one. Take care.